Welcome all to the Finance Committee meeting. First order of business is to approve last month's committee meeting minutes. Motion made by Supervisor Simpson, second by Supervisor Strow. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Privilege of the floor. Anybody care to comment or anything for the Finance Committee? Nothing? Okay. Moving on to our action agenda. Item 1, you in your packet have funds that need to be transferred. We need approval for these, please. Motion made by Supervisor Simpson, second by Supervisor Frazier. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 2, referral from Economic Growth and Development Committee. Planning in particular, we have a request to increase the capital project H372, First Wilderness Plan Implementation 2016, in the amount of $10,000. Motion made by Supervisor Strauss, second by Supervisor Merlino. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 3, referrals from Health, Human, and Social Services Committee, Employment and Training Administration, request to amend the county budget in the amount of $3,500 to reflect the receipt of Federal Trade Investment Act funding as reimbursement for costs associated with the training of one dislocated worker. Motion made by Supervisor Frazier, seconded by Supervisor Strow. This is this a grant? This, yeah, okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Under Mental Health, we have a request for a transfer of funds in the amount of $13,000 from the contingency account to cover the cost of the increase in retirees' hospitalization expense due to retirement of an employee in January of this year. Motion made by Supervisor McDevitt, seconded by Supervisor Frazier.
Frank, was that the one where, they needed money from the contingency? They made transfers of their own where they found money for something else, but this was $13,000.
It was mental health.
It was
Rob York.
Right. So then,
All right,
we're
they
looking...
do come to us towards the end of the year for money sometimes. In our contingency, just so you know, we have $83,000, so this would come off of that.
Okay. So anyway, that's
Yep,
right.
yep. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. C, request to amend the county budget in the amount of $18,816 to reflect the receipt of funds from New York State Office of Mental Health for the purpose of increasing supported housing capacity for individuals with serious mental issues. Motion made by Supervisor Simpson, seconded by Supervisor Frazier. Discussion? Supervisor Sieber.
I just want to note that if this didn't come with 100% state aid, I would certainly be asking a lot more questions, but it's nice to see that we do have some grants that are still 100%.
Right. Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Under Health Services, request to amend the county budget in the amount of $2,000 to reflect the receipt of additional funding received from the Adirondack Rural Health Network for the Prevention Agenda Project. Made by Supervisor Strow, seconded by Supervisor Frazier. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. 4, we have referrals from the Public Works Committee, DPW. Request to close capital project H300 fuel system upgrades and transfer funds remaining in the amount of $8,505.83 to the general fund.
I'll move A through D.
Second that.
Okay, motion to move A through D made by Supervisor Sieber, seconded by Supervisor Simpson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 5, referrals from Support Services Committee. Clerk of the Board, request for a transfer of funds in the amount of $700 from the contingent account to cover the cost of legal transcript fees. Motion made by Supervisor Frazier, seconded by Supervisor Strow. Yeah, Pam was just here, right? A couple days ago discussing this, so we're... Huh? I'm sorry. Yes, Clerk of the Board, Jesus.
Different clerk.
Motion, or we have a
We have a motion.
We have a motion and a second. I need to take more medication. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. B, request to amend resolution numbers 738 of 2012 and 366 of 2017 to reflect the correct totals for capital project H254 Fire Training Center project. Made by Supervisor Simpson, seconded by Supervisor Seaver.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you to do so, please.
So, what happened with this was we got $200,000 through a grant for the fire training center in 2012, but it wasn't recorded in the amending capital project resolutions like we normally do. It was done on the first two you get in your packet, the budget amendments with all those listed. It was recorded there, so the money came into the budget, but the capital project wasn't increased accordingly on paper. So there's no money involved, it's just a paper thing, so that now historically we'll have the right totals for the capital project in the resolutions. So both of those need to be amended just to get the $200,000 in on the
Okay.
resolution side.
Okay. Everybody okay with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Administrator's on the phone. I don't know if you heard it go off earlier. Number 7, Finance Committee action is required on the following items approved by the Personnel and Higher Education Committee. Those are items 3 and 4A through E. Motion made by Supervisor Seaver, seconded by Supervisor Kramer.
Oh, no, I'm not on committee.
Oh, I'm sorry, I saw your hand. You're not on my committee? Seconded by Supervisor Simpson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I would just remind you, we have one additional resolution that wasn't on that we need to add.
And that was,
That was the motion to, hold on, I have the language, to authorize a contract for the county attorney's office for outside counsel for a period of 2 months.
correct.
So doesn't that have to go into finance? Or no? That stays in personnel?
I don't think it does need to go
It's not a
through.
money thing.
So it doesn't go to
We
finance?
get the resolution in. No, it doesn't need to go to finance, that's just a
My
contract.
apologies, I don't mean to extend your meeting.
Ah. Yes,
Are you going to go
Supervisor.
back to the administrator? Because I
Yeah.
have one other item. Okay.
What's that?
Turn to number 6 over to you. Do you have any, just any transfers? Do you have any? Journal transfers.
No, they're within codes, and they're listed.
Yeah.
There's no major transfers that concern us.
Okay. So we need a motion for number 6. Made by Supervisor Simpson, seconded by... For transfers?
No, it's not transfers, it's just his journal report. Those are the
Just
ones that he-
reports. These are
Flag.
inter-code transfers.
Okay.
I'll withdraw my motion. Not needed.
Pending items, the treasurer's office. Mike is not here. Do we want to hold off until next month's meeting?
Well, I think we should report that the Saratoga North Creek Railroad, I have seen copies of 2 checks that are being mailed to Warren County dated yesterday's date, and that I believe that the up-to-date financial report has been filed also, Rob? I got copies of those yesterday afternoon when I got back into Warrensburg, so that should almost bring the railroad up to date as far as financial with the county. Yeah.
Yes, Supervisor Seaver.
I just have a question with that as it relates to our county attorney. Is that something that, they're consistently late in paying those bills? So have we sent out like a memo or some type of policy to them saying, upon so many late payments, or we just keep taking them late whenever they'll pay them?
Well,
Should we
I
go
was,
to executive
I was
session?
advised before the meeting by Supervisor Bramer that she was hoping someone would ask for a executive session to discuss the performance of a particular contractor. That's okay, it seems like an
Is
appropriate
that who we're
time.
talking about then?
Yes.
I think that.
Which, well, a particular, yeah. Motion made by Supervisor Seaver, seconded by Supervisor Simpson. All in favor to go into executive?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We are going into executive. Okay, so there was no action taken in executive session. However, Supervisor Simpson,
Yeah, I have a resolution stating that Warren County is opposed to Saratoga North Creek Railroad moving tanker cars through Warren County-owned track into the Adirondacks for storage. We direct the county attorney to review the contract with Saratoga North Creek Railroad and to send notice to Saratoga North Creek Road about any breaches of said contract. And we also call on the state agencies to review the activity of storing cars in the Adirondacks.
okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I thought we were gonna add on to that we need information from them on the snow train, if they're gonna run this winter or not, basically, right?
Part of the resolution.
That should be part of it.
You can. I mean, you can. It's...
You want to amend that, Gene?
I'm
Gene?
sorry?
You're amending
Yeah, I
that?
just wanna add that, I think Rachel was gonna do it, but, you know.
Yeah, however, it's gotta be stated.
You know, some idea that they have to give us a deadline on, are they running the ski train or are they not? If they're running the ski train and doing that...
So you're amending the resolution?
I'd
Okay.
like to...
Who made the motion?
I did.
Is that okay, Supervisor
I'm
Simpson?
good.
Are you making a second to that motion? Okay. Go ahead,
Just for
Supervisor.
discussion purposes, I think if you ask them, are you gonna run that train? Yes, we plan on running that train, we had hoped to advertise for it, that's what happened last year. So I would like some way to be able to say, the county board would like to provide that, option to the snowmobilers this year because of the poor track record and not meeting the contractual obligations in the past on their snow train. So at least that way we know we're going to get some traction on those trains.
Well, didn't you say that with any breach of their, didn't you mention, though, in the initial language that we were going to hold them to the contract, no breaches of the contract? What's it say?
Send notice to Saratoga North Creek Railroad about any breaches of said contract.
So that's a breach of contract, right, isn't it?
It could be in Brian's letter, he's gonna say.
Exactly.
And I will.
Brian plans on doing that. Yep.
Well,
I
maybe
slept
you'll
at the
get to
Holiday Inn
agree
last night.
before then.
Supervisor Bramer?
Thank you. I'm super in support of having us pass this resolution because I'm totally opposed to the storage of the tanker cars in the Adirondacks, and I'm really pleased that you guys are looking at this. I think it's an initial step for us. It's not anything drastic. We're giving ourselves options by sending them the notice, so that if they do screw up again, we'll be in a stronger position. I don't want to see them turn around though and say, oh, we're going to let you do the snowmobiles, and then like they appease us in that one instance, and then go and do something else again in the spring. So I'd like to do this so that we have the options later on to have a stronger position with what they're doing and be more in control of what they're doing.
Budget Officer?
Yeah, not to be a contrarian, but I guess I will anyways. I think, they bought the tracks from North Creek and Falls. They own the property up there. Tanker cars, problem is, I think using state agencies to facilitate what we want, I've never been in favor of that kind of thing. As far as the snowmobiles, they own the mine up there, so if they turn around and tell you, well, we're gonna ship aggregate down that track during the winter, there goes your snowmobiles right there, because you can't stop them from, accessing their property or sending things out from their property. Or at least I don't think you can.
That's a good point, actually. Supervisor Dickinson?
I second that, President.
Yeah. Well, we do have a motion and a second on the floor. We can vote on this, or we can...
Can amend the resolution again on the snowmobile,
Yeah, you amend it.
because I thought originally you would ask for correspondence with them rather than be included in the resolution.
I think
That's
it's a
gonna
good...
be a difficult-
I think it's a better plan.
I think just keep it clean, take the snowmobile piece
Yeah.
out of it, if that- you're okay, Gene,
Yeah,
and then
that's fine.
have
Yeah,
Brian coordinate and have those discussions with them,
Yeah.
and maybe they'll just agree to that part of it, and then you still have this. If they violate the other parts of the contract.
Okay?
I'll amend it.
Did you get that, Sarah? Okay, good.
Who's seconding my...
Okay, so we have a motion made by Supervisor Simpson, seconded by Supervisor Merlino. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
You're not on finance.
Yes, he is.
Oh, sorry.
We have one opposed. Okay, thank you for making the meeting.
My pleasure.
To vote no. Okay, anything else before finance? If not, motion to adjourn, made by Supervisor Strauss, seconded by Supervisor Simpson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you all.